behind the scenes.
You know where we're going with this.
Hey, man, this morning we got a special guest in the building, man.
That's right.
Man, the whole room smell good. Shawty can't stop smiling.
Wait, first of all, Chloe, these people took a bath for you. Sometimes they be wearing the same clothes back to back. Like they showered. I'm so happy.
What?
Yeah, they
Really?
showered for you, girl.
Oh, that's so
Well, I guess you
nice.
just gave it away. In the building this morning, we have the one and only Chloe Bailey. Good morning. Good morning. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm really happy to be here with you guys.
I really believe you. You've been smiling like you really mean it. Either that or you done had some good espresso shots.
No, she don't
I
do
have
that.
my refresher right now, but I just started drinking it, so I've been happy.
Good job, man. We're glad you joined us this morning.
Thank you.
All right. So a lot has been going on. The last time I seen you and your sister were together opening up for Beyonce on the Run tour. I know that was very exciting. And then the world shut down.
Oh, my God.
So in the past couple of years, we've seen this transformation. What were you going through when the world was down, Chloe?
Oh, wow. Well, when the world was down, my sister and I were promoting our album Ungodly Hour through like our performances in our backyard on our tennis court.
Yes.
Trying to keep ourselves busy. So it was like as we were promoting this album, that's what kept us from going like crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, I seen the promo for Good Morning America, and it was like a special performance from Chloe and Hallie, and they're gonna be in their backyard. And I was like, they did that backyard. If they ain't do nothing else, and that turned into one of my favorite songs. Do It. It was like the smash hit of the summer for me.
Thank
So
you.
I love that.
Thank
You know, I got a question. So of course, your introduction as far as with us seeing you do the music with your sister, and during this whole pandemic, the transition. How did this whole the solo part of it all come about? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, I don't mind you asking. So my sister and I were always like this, like tight, almost like twins in a way. And so she booked Little Mermaid, and she had to go to London for like 8 months.
Oh,
it
wow.
became almost like a lot longer than that because of the pause in between due to the pandemic.
Okay.
But due to that, we were already like this. And I had separation anxiety. She had separation anxiety. And in that moment, it was really like a time where I was like really soul searching and like, okay, what do I do? What's my purpose? And I always create music every day almost because it's so therapeutic for me. And I was just like building up all of these songs. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should do something with them. Maybe I should explore, while I'm just here, let me like get my little feet wet and try it. And so that's what happened.
And it worked.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope it did.
Oh, it
No,
worked.
it's
Oh,
working.
it's working.
It's working.
Working, twerking.
It's definitely working.
All right. So how does it feel like performing and recording without your sister?
Whew.
Your
You
first
know-
time on stage. Let me be more specific. Your first time on stage without your sister.
My very first performance without my sister was this cover I did of Feeling Good by Nina Simone. And that was when I was dancing, and I was nervous as I was shooting that because I was like, oh my gosh, it's my very first performance. And it was a little fun at the same time because I really, really love to dance. And I've never really gotten to showcase it in the way of how much I love to dance. So that was the performance where I really could show like how I love to move and I'm flexible and all that. So that was fun and scary. But the really, really scary one was the VMAs because, that was live broadcasted. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to expect. I was like, please God, don't let me trip. I like rehearsed so hard for like 2 to 3 weeks. That was really scary. And it was so much like I was so jittery and shaken up. But I look back and I'm like, wow, okay, I'm proud of myself. I see so much I have to fix, but I'm proud of myself and I can't wait for more and to continue to grow.
Hold on. Is that the performance where you licked the mic?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
What was that about? Because I think I seen you say you didn't remember.
I didn't. I did not. So
Wow.
so like the first 30 seconds, I was like, okay, I'm so nervous. But then I started getting into it. And anytime I perform on the stage, it kind of like goes by like a blur.
Okay.
And I'm just like letting loose and like it's like this fire inside of me is like just coming out. And I don't know what happened. I didn't even know I did that until I was on Twitter and I looked. I was like,
wow.
because I'm a huge germaphobe.
Okay.
Like, especially in the midst of a pandemic, like
Yes, me too.
I'm trying to stay healthy. So I was like, oh, wow, Chloe. I swear I didn't know I did that.
Okay. I'm glad you asked that question because Chloe, you like, you got the whole triad working for you. You dance, you sing, and you act.
Instruments.
Right? And you play instruments as
Yes.
well, right? So now I'm kind of curious because watching you for so long, you guys have always had this wholesome, clean, fun image. And I'm not gonna say that you don't anymore. But with this whole with you coming out as the
Finding
solo artist,
herself.
finding yourself,
Yes.
you come across a lot more mature, a lot more risque. How has this transition been for you? Because a lot of times it seems like the fans or the audience doesn't necessarily just take to the transition right away. When you come from like a quote unquote child star to now you like this, like, whoa, this is a grown ass
Sex
woman.
symbol.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, I'm glad you think that. For me, I'd never had to force anything. I was just being myself. Like, I'm 23 now. I think people were just seeing me not in my full light.
Mm-hmm.
And, if you even look back at performances with my sister and I, like, I've always had my shape. I've always moved the way I moved. But for some reason, just me being on my own, I guess it shines more light and attention to it. So I'm like,
single it out.
yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I was like, when we created our own Instagram pages and there was all that uproar on my page, I was a bit in shock. I was like, what am I doing different? I'm like, you're just, I'm like, you're just seeing more of me.
Right.
So
but even your sound, though, your sound is different from the group sound.
Yes.
So how did you discover what your, I call it a message, what your message would be to your fans through your music?
Yeah, well, I'm grateful that it happened naturally because music for me is where I am very vulnerable and I'm being myself and being open and honest. And so through the struggles and the things that I'm actually going through in life, whether it's me being insecure about my body or myself, me going through relationship struggles and all of that, I'm putting that into the music. So it's like you're just seeing my true heart and everything's authentic. So it's not like some concept I made up like, oh, I want to be about body positivity. Like, that's corny to me. I'm just me being me.
Right.
So I'm happy that people are seeing it in a positive way and I can inspire, but nothing about it's forced.
In my Soldier Boy voice, relationship. We ain't never seen you with nobody.
Yeah. Are you in a relationship? What is your status?
No, I'm not.
Now speaking of relationships, and you going from a child star, we was doing a story about this 61-year-old man that's done married his goddaughter. And,
I saw that.
yes, what do you think about that?
It's not my life. I'm just gonna keep it at that.
No creepy old man in your DMs. But I seen the video.
I mean, I've seen stuff, but I choose not to respond.
That is, man.
I know that's right.
Make sure you stick around more with Chloe Bailey, man.
Better get that paper, girl.
Young Joc in the Streetz morning takeover. Who's some of your influences?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I have a really long list. Beyonce, Toni Braxton, Khalees, Donna Summer, Nina Simone, Imogen Heap, Grimes, who else? Missy. There's a lot. I have a lot. Alicia.
So would Missy be one of those people that inspired you to, like become a producer?
She definitely has. And it's so cool. What I love and admire about her is that she was still such a great artist while she was producing for other artists. And it was like, it's pretty cool how you can put your stamp on music like that. Like, you remember all of the songs Missy did. You could point out something and be like, Missy did that.
Speaking about remembering, we remember this performance where you pull out the MP3 and you on stage during your performance and you like making the beat right there or whatever, recreating the beat live.
Yeah.
Has anyone reached out to you like, yo, I want a session with you, like I want some beats, can you submit some records? Like,
yeah, it's like artists that I'm fans of has even asked me for some beats, and then in the moment I'm like, because I get nervous because I'll make the production while I'm making the song. So I'm gonna start like accumulating just a bunch of beats to just have on my computer because I'll just create as I go.
You doing trap beats too?
Sometimes.
You know I was gonna ask. You from Atlanta. We got a bit of ratchet to us.
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you've ever seen Joc on Love and Hip Hop.
Of course, I have.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
For real, something?
And what you think about it?
I watch all the Love and Hip Hops.
Did you answer what you think about it?
What did you think about Joc on Love and Hip Hop?
I think you're a great person.
Which episode you watch?
I think you're a great person. I think you're a great person.
Hey, man, I appreciate that.
All right, so let's get to this single. It is doing incredible out here. Did it surprise you that people would accept who Chloe is?
Honestly, yes, because I think that's what I was so nervous about. Like, people, like, would they want to just hear a song with just me on it? Would they like what I'm bringing to the table? And I was so happy when it was doing numbers just off the snippet for months, even before it came out. And then I was even scared, like, okay, what if they hear the whole song and I'll let them down and it doesn't live up to the expectations that people thought it would? So I'm just so grateful, and I can't wait to put out more, because Have Mercy is just the tip of the iceberg.
Is that an 808? What is that beat? Like, it's real, like, it's smooth, but it's like a mix of, the city.
Murder killed it because it's really simple, but the big dun. That's
It's like you can creep in the room and gyrate at the same time. Work it. Gyrate in slow motion.
So I got a question. I never really get into the messy stuff at all. Now, I'm not going to today.
First of all, she's seen Love and Hip Hop, so you're lying. But go ahead.
Shut up.
All right, so Chloe, there was once I saw where people were comparing you to Beyonce. Now, those are some very, very big shoes to fill.
Absolutely.
But looking at the way you're budding, the trajectory, and as how you're moving, that I think that it could be one day where you are that common household name, right? What has it been like for you just having, people say that? Because I remember once, I think Mr. Matthew Knowles kind of chimed in on his thoughts of you being compared to Beyonce. So how did you feel about that? And how do you feel about that, knowing that those are some pretty big shoes to fill?
I love her, and she is such an icon and a legend, and there will never be another Beyonce. Like, no one can do what she has done.
Amen.
She is a legend on this earth, and I am just so happy to even be a part of her and her label and all of that. So it's a huge compliment anytime someone says that, but I can't wait to make my mark with my name, and I just love how supportive she is of me for that. You
are definitely making it. One more question. As it pertains to Grownish.
Yeah.
All right. Is it over? Is there another season? What is going to become of that?
Yeah. So over the pandemic, we shot season 4. So the first half of it aired this summer, and then the second half is airing in January.
Okay. All right. Cannot wait to see that and how you bud in your acting career as well. Congratulations on everything. I'm so proud of you, girl.
Thank you so much.
Definitely. Hey, we want to take the time to say thank you, man. We wanted to play a game with you, but we know you got a lot of other stuff to do, big moves ahead of you, but we definitely want to say thank you. Congratulations, continued success, and please continue to feed our culture, man. We appreciate it.
I think her daddy shut down all the games when he came in the room. Looking at your ass.
And we about, hey, Matthew Knowles came up, but he was about to get it.
What'd you say?
Thank you, man. Make sure you keep it right here where you got it. Young Joc in the Streetz Morning Takeover.